Hey everyone, happy spooky season. I have a list here of 20 Halloween related prompts. I'm definitely not going to do all 20. I'll be happy if I do 3. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we're going to do a vampire today. I found this wheel on Pinterest. I thought it would be a fun way to explore more modern-ish aesthetics and give me different inspiration for costumes. So I got Lolita style. I'm not the biggest fan of this style, but I went with it. Random object generator, I got a carrot. Then we're gonna do a D&D class. I don't let every single one of these prompts shine equally, but I try to incorporate them as best I can. So we got barbarian. So a vampire, Lolita style, featuring carrots, and somehow make her a barbarian. So I think this character is gonna kind of be like Claudia from Interview with the Vampire. Essentially a very old woman dressing like a child and stuck in a childish manner. With the Lolita style, I wanted her to have bangs and pigtails. There's not a good pigtail option, so I'm going to do some kitbashing. I just couldn't figure out the top of the hair for a while and figured I'm gonna put a hat over it eventually. Yeah, that looked terrible. Lolita style is very frilly with lots of bows and lace, and there's not a ton of options with that, so I figured that this was going to be a very costume focused character, which I'm happy with. Around this point, it's good to remember to pose your character, because once you start kitbashing, even if you snap your items, they can still get really out of place and wonky, so remember to pose your character before you get too crazy with the kitbashing. So now I'm going to try and incorporate the idea of a carrot, and this is why I like doing the random object. Hero Forge doesn't really have a carrot. They have a pile of vegetables, that's it. I even looked up under the community creation if anyone had made a carrot before. Unsurprisingly, no one had made a carrot. So I obviously needed something cylinder with lots of ridges. I'm just going to pull out a few options here so I can keep track of what they are. The unicorn horn and this like succulent plant seem to work, and I made 3 different options so there's some variety. And I wanted to add a hand to kind of clue in that maybe she just was eating a person. She doesn't eat carrots. Put that in her basket, mess the fingers up so they look broken and disjointed. And of course she has a straw hat. I wanted to give her more frills. I settled on using this leaf bracelet. It was the closest thing I could kind of get to lace. I think I neglected the barbarian prompt just a little bit. Doesn't mean that she couldn't still be a barbarian when you played her. I just didn't know how to visually represent it, but that it was a barbarian belt, so I didn't totally fail. This is the worst part about kitbashing to me, is things that have a million dots. It is so hard to tell which one is going to do what. I wanted to add a lot more to the skirt, but the layers weren't working together, so I went with a simpler skirt on top. I think it still did the trick, and it wasn't as confusing to look at. And of course, because it's the Lolita style, it needs a lot more bows. Alright, and now we see her fangs. See, she is a vampire. Yeah, I'm determined to max out the kitbashing, and I did. Decals are very important if you want more depth and detail. I think a lot of the options make the character pop, especially in the face. Giving them a little bit of makeup goes a long way. Finally, I got to add the blood that she's dabbing off her mouth and the blood from the hand. I tried out a few different pinks and creams here. I wanted like this sickly kind of cupcake but fleshy coloring. Just touches of orange and warmer colors as a nod to the carrots. She's very garish looking, and I really, really like it. I didn't like how the decal coming from her nose, the blood, looked, so I took it off, and then I'm going to kitbash a blood splatter onto her mouth later. I wanted her skin to be very pale, but then give her, again, that soft pink makeup look. If I had more kitbash available, I might have added like a stone path or something. I'm giving her a bit of a dirt splatter because she was either harvesting carrots or burying a body. You tell me. And there we have it, our vampire Lolita Barbarian with her basket of carrots and bloody hand. Let me know what you think, and hopefully I'll see you soon for a part 2 of this series.